Thank you, Chris. Boy, I wish you'd introduced me when a few years back when I asked Dr. Dennis for a raise. that wasn't going to work. The other thing is, I really want to thank the football team this year. Those guys, Coach Babcock and his players, have really done a heck of a job. And not only from a winning standpoint, but the other thing is maintaining that academic reputation and position and that kind of stuff. And he's really, really done a hell of a job. I need to recognize Bob. My wife, Kay. If she would stand up. Part of my family, my daughter Trace. Come on, Sam. Part of the group. We have 18 grandchildren, and we're blessed. We're really blessed by that. I really struggle with one thing is you can tell I have a little speech impediment. Do not chew tobacco. It is not a good thing to get into, and that's what that was my problem. So if you have a hard time understanding it, that's why. I also struggle with this. Football is a team sport. And I know Coach Statham, and I know how he is too. You're really, it humbles you that all of a sudden somebody points the finger and said, you get this award. No, that award goes to a lot of people. Take a look at the administrators. When I got hired, Jim Dennis had a dream. I worked for Harry Statham. He's not a better AD. Chuck Ruben's pretty damn good, and he's learned from Harry. Todd Reynolds, that was the head of student development. You know, when you got 120 football players, those kids, they're not choir boys. And Todd did a heck of a job of tempering things, and you know, it's one of those things that a kid may get in trouble, and that's the last thing I ever want to do is kick a kid off the football team because you lose. You just lost. The staff, oh, what a staff. I had some older guys, and I had some younger guys. I had good cop, I had bad cop. It was a perfect, it ended up being perfect mix. And I like to have the guys that are around the staff, just stand up and give them. The other thing that we don't talk a lot about, we had great trainers, and we had great equipment guys. When all the pieces to the puzzle were put in place by Jim Dennis, he did not forget any details. And we had great trainers, we had great equipment managers. It was top notch. But the guys that made it happen, were the players. players. There was a bunch of young men. You realize we were trying to sell. There was not a football field. There was not a locker room. Jim Dennis was smart enough to know there was a football schedule. And you talked about putting your feet to the fire. We had our feet to the fire real quick because we were going to open against Lindenwood at that time. The players, I have so much respect for the whole doggone bunch, but they bought a dream. They bought a dream because there was nothing there. And they had to take us at our word. And of course, I had to take Jim Dennis at his word. And but it was a thing of trust. And our guys were not spoiled. We had kids, the locker rooms weren't done. We had kids that were dressing in the dorm. We had guys that were dressing out of their car. Never complained. Practice field wasn't done. The game field wasn't done. We practiced on a drainage ditch in between the soccer field and in between the softball field and the baseball field. And there was a ditch, and I still remember about the third or fourth day, it rained, that thing flooded a little bit, and I'm thinking, what are those kids going to say now? And you know what? We still practiced. They did not let anything get out of the way. They did not. They kept going. They kept going. They kept playing. We made a decision that we were going to recruit good kids, good students, good citizens, take our lumps. And the second year, we were in the national playoffs with those guys. So the credit, honestly, really goes to the players. And the only thing I can say is that I think we could talk about McKendree football, Jim Dennis's dream. It was actualized by a great team that was put together by coaches and administrators, and now there is a tradition, and that is the legacy. When you talk about McKendree football, you can say that and you don't have to flinch. McKendree football is proud to be a McKendree football player. So that's, again, I got one other thing to say. Thanks for the memories.